Welcome, everyone, to the grad for Mikey. Congratulations, Mikey.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're really proud of you, bro. Before we get to your big speech, we'll go around the room and say a few words.
Starting with me?
Starting with you.
Oh, jeez. Okay. No pressure. Mike, I'm going to be honest. When I first got here, I thought you were a prick. No, I mean, you know, I did. I thought you were quiet. You were very quiet. You didn't say much. No, I did. You kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You were very quiet and yeah, you didn't say much, but it took about a week, and then you kind of. I remember I was having a problem with something, and you came up and you helped me, and when no one else really did, and I really, you know, I was like really thankful for that, and I don't know, we kind of connected after that, and we kind of bonded after that, and we you know, it changed from that point on, and you've been a big part of my recovery since that point. You know, you've been a key member of this house since being here. For me, a guy I've looked up to. You know, you've been a monitor. You've been a guy that has shown responsibility, you know, a guy who's held his head high and speaks truth. You speak truth. You don't speak any crap. You know what I mean? You're a straight shooter. You're a straight shooter, and I respect that. I respect that a lot about you. You're a great guy. You got a lot to offer. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. You're a great guy. You're a great guy. I hope and pray for you. Keep in touch, please. Please keep in touch. I will leave you a number. I hope you leave me yours. I wish you nothing but the best. And like I said, I'll say a prayer for you later. And I'll give you a hug after this is all said and done. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Mikey, you're one of the first people I met when I came here. As you said, you're a man of few words, but they're always honest and forthright. Even when you told me I was a dick because you didn't like my sense of humor. That's never happened before. Good. As you said, always an honest and always an honest man, always looking at the group, not at yourself, which is exactly what sort of thing we need in this house. And I think we were all thankful for it. I know I came from a very cold place, and you're going to that same very cold place, so you'll enjoy it. It's a lot nicer than you think. There's a lot more greenery there than you can imagine. And you'll be with your family. And if your grandmother calls and says you're not looking after her properly, we can still get that plane. Come over and kick your ass. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Sean.
And I think you have the tools to get the very best. You deserve it.
Hey, Mikey. Yeah, I think when I first came in and seen you, I think you thought I was totally nuts, and I think I was totally nuts. But yeah, you turned into a good friend. It'll be sad to see you go. I left you my phone number and stuff. Nice meeting you.
Thank you, Jim.
Hey, brother. I watched you come in here and you were a deer in headlights. And you weren't sure about this place. But look at you now. What a step forward. Becoming monitor. And now you're graduating, bro. You did it. Well done. Well done. Just remember, it's always a good day for a great day.
Mikey, you know, like when I first got here, this gentleman on the screen was just leaving, you know, and had some really kind words to say about quite a few of you gentlemen that are still here, and I find that to be really valuable today, right? Because I take what I hear today, I take it to truth, right? I really resonates with me when somebody talks to me, right? I take them for face value. I don't think they're lying to me today, and so it's nice to be able to get that. And you know, I see a man that has these three indispensable things, right? You know, the honesty, the open-mindedness, and the willingness, right? I see you open-minded. You do say how it is, and you don't sugarcoat shit, but yet you have an open mind, and I see that, and that's huge, right? And then you have a willingness, right? You have a willingness to understand you have a problem, and you need to take course action to stay for the day, right? And I see that in you. Now, you know, we had a little bit of shares there, and all I can say is that this is a seeking thing, right? And there's some beautiful, amazing people in Leduc that are waiting for you to help you. I don't know who they are. You don't know who they are. They don't even know you're coming, but they're there, and they're sitting there waiting in there in a room just like this, in a basement church just like this, to whatever it is, and they're waiting for you to help, and they're gonna eat. So, like I said, the biggest piece is you need to go there and reach out, and that's what I think you can do, right? And there's lots of people that can be put in your path and help you. So I wish you all the best. I love you. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Hey Mikey. Yeah, so we share the same name. Lived under the same roof for a while now, and haven't really had time to get to know you too well, but you've definitely held it down with your morning readings and your cooking and everything you've done around here. Gained a lot of respect, clearly. Wish I had more time to get to know you more. And I think it's really cool that you're going back to Alberta to take care of your grandma. It's awesome. And I wish you all the best, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Thought a lot about this, Mikey. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna really plan anything here. When I came in here, you were pretty much just ahead of me, barely. And I remember walking in here with that deer in the headlight look, feeling like I don't know what the hell I was doing. And I remember wiping out the shower curtain, and I was trying to fix it. And you came in, and you're like, you were trying to help me, and I was kind of impatient with you. And I remember, like, you know, thinking, what the fuck is this guy gonna teach me? He's got one arm, and I stormed out. And I took a few seconds, and I'm like, you know, I calmed down. I went back in, and I remember you looking me into my eyes, and you're like, you need a little patience. and he fixed it, and I'm like, okay. That was the first thing I learned from you. Probably the next thing I remember about you was I got signed up somehow to be a cook here. And I remember being like, oh my God, I don't know how to cook. I can barely cook craft dinner, and I got to cook for this house of guys I just met, and I'm still in that, oh my God stage of where I'm at, what I'm doing. I asked, and you're the first guy to volunteer, oh, I could do that. And you helped me, man. That was extremely important to me. And, yeah, dude, you were also probably the first guy that I saw kind of unmasked. I never didn't know where I stood with you. Like, I could see your emotions on your face, and I always thought, like, this, you know, you were definitely shy when I first met you. But I'm a little bit of a shy guy, too, and I you know, kind of can feel sometimes, like, I knew there was more to you than I was seeing. And when you started to open up, and like, man, it might have been a month before I ever saw you smile, but once I did, it was like one of the coolest things, right? Like, when I look at you, I know exactly what you're. I don't know exactly what you're thinking, but I know how you're feeling that day. When things are bothering you, you let us know. When you're happy, you let us know. And there's no mask with you, dude, which I find extremely. That's where I want to get to. I don't feel the need to come into a room and like pretend to be something I'm not. I'm just who I am, and I think. Maybe you don't even realize how much you are doing that. And that's another thing I've learned from you. And dude, like, as much as it's a scary thing for me that you're leaving, it does comfort me in some ways because I know that we're going to stay in touch. And I know how seriously you're taking this. And I think you've learned a lot here, man. And, like I've heard said in here before, I admire a man that's going to go home and take care of his grandmother. And like he's a family man like you are, and it's actually reminded me that I need to have that more of that in my life. I think it's an admirable quality. You're a hell of a damn good cook. You're gonna get a job no matter where you go, and I think that you're gonna find the best things going forward, whether you're in Leduc or Vernon or Powell River. And I wish you all the best, man. I truly love you, and like I hope that we stay in touch. I'm gonna make every effort that I can. And I expect the same. See you soon, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, Martina,
Okay.
would you like to speak?
Sure. Michael, I'm so sorry that I can't be there.
Okay, Margie.
I was really looking forward to your graduation, but the weather had different plans for Stuart and me, and Stuart said to tell you that also he's sorry he can't be there. And you are a true miracle. You have been Michael since you walked in the door. And I know you had struggles right at the very beginning and that, but you were determined. Like you knew who you were. And that's hard to explain. But even when you had your second seizure and I was there, and that you knew what you wanted. You were firm with what you wanted. You knew you were okay. You didn't realize you broke your collarbone, but you were sound in. Maybe some of your decisions at that time weren't quite on, but you were not allowing anybody else to move you one way or the other, and that has come out in your personality. And you stand so strong, and the way you care about your family is just absolutely amazing. It's just amazing. It's just such an honor to know a person like you. And as you know, I like quotes and I like little sayings, and I found this one for you, Michael. And it says, "You are strong enough to stand alone. You know yourself enough to stand apart. And you are wise enough to stand together when the time comes." And you've done that, as I've heard over and over and over again in the house. You are an amazing young man, and you have an amazing future ahead of you. And it's going to be a joy to keep in touch with you and to keep in contact. And I don't know what time you're leaving today, but I'd like you to take my number and phone me after this is over, and we'll have a little chat.
Absolutely.
If that's okay with you. And just go step from the house and share your blessing with everybody you touch, because you will. You're just that type of person. So thank you for giving me the honor of being part of your life.
Thank you, Martina.
Michael, aka Billy Goat, aka One Armed Bandit, aka Miracle Mike. Like JR, I had this big speech rehearsed in my head last night, and you know what, I'm just gonna speak from the heart and go for it. I had the honor of being your roommate. Like all of us, you walk through that door and you're scared, and you're broken.
and you, you know, you talked me off that ledge. You know, I was horrified with your country music that you played at night, but you redeemed.
Mikey.
You redeemed yourself, you know, with your sleep talking conversations with me. They were very entertaining and very funny. Yeah, that really, the simple things that, you know, that kind of bring it back for you. You know what I mean? You brought a lot of love to this house, a lot of integrity. For a man of your size, you're one hell of a heavy hitter. You're the glue to this house, and you, the changes in you, man, holy smokes, like, yeah, a man of very few words, but when you speak, it hits you straight in the heart, man. And, I'm gonna miss you a lot. I'm really rooting for you, man. I know that you're gonna go out there and you're gonna take the bull by the horns and you're gonna take on the world. And I admire your loyalty to your family. It takes courage to do what you're about to do, and I think you're gonna shine. You're just one of those shining stars, man. And I'm never gonna forget you. And I really hope that we stay connected for sure. 'Cause I love you very much. Yeah.
Brian, would you like to say a few words?
No, I don't think so. Who was it that shared first that said that they thought Michael was a prick when he came?
David, that was Dave.
Dave, you were wrong. Michael was a prick when he got here. You know, I was there Michael's first day when Michael first came in. And Billy, you were a piece of work, my friend. And you were pretty messed up. You were very broken. You were very scared, and you were very, very angry. I remember kneeling on the floor next to you when you had your first seizure. And those kind words you spoke to me, fuck off, I'm all right. Just leave me the fuck alone. Mikey, I said this, I think the day before my graduation, and I think it still holds true. If there was a Most Improved Player award for the House of Miklat, it would have your name stamped on it. I have seen such radical changes in your life, and to be able to share this event with you is an honor for me. I've told you this before, you are like a son to me, and I love you deeply. And I'm just so proud of the work I've seen you do. I watched you come from that place of anger into that place of acceptance, and then finally getting to that place where you're going, I can do this. I can actually recover. And you began to believe that. And as you began to believe it, it began to change your life, and you began to become infectious in other people's, infectious in other people's lives. And other people went, I want what he has. And when we were discussing, boy, who's going to be monitored next? And when your name was brought up, there was some talk about it. Well, can Mikey do this? And I knew that you would rise to the occasion. And watching you do that, it makes me so proud to know that you have accomplished what you've accomplished in your journey. Your journey is far from done. I mean, I'm learning more and more how we're not cured of this thing called alcoholism or addiction. What we have, like the big book says, is all we have is a daily reprieve that's contingent upon the maintenance of our spiritual program. Mikey, continue to work this program to death. Never stop. If you want to be the best grandson to your grandmother, if you want to help her the best you can, the number one thing you got to do is stay sober. Nothing else will matter. That's gonna, when she sees, I would love to be in the airport tomorrow when your grandmother picks you up to see the difference in the man that she dropped off as opposed to the man who's coming home, because you are a different man. And I've seen you laugh, and I've seen you filled with joy, and so much of the qualities of someone who's serious about this program are emulated in the person that's sitting before me today. And I am proud to call you my friend. It's an honor to be able to share this night. I wouldn't have missed this night for the world with you. Like when Lola told me it was well, I guess you told me the last time I checked in, it was 4 days away. And the first thing I did was put in my calendar, okay, you got to be there for that. And I am so glad that I can be, Michael. I love you. You are going to do incredible things so long as you keep working this program. We'll Zoom together more, and we'll talk more, we'll chat more, and we'll FaceTime, we'll do whatever we can. But let's stay in each other's lives, because I tell you what, you mean the world to me. I love you.
Love you too,
God
man.
bless you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Michael.
Steve.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna talk a little bit about your skills in the kitchen, because I know they're very good, and I want to just kind of bring to light this what I noticed the most about your help with me in the kitchen is when I would ask you to do things, you would do them correctly, you would do them neatly, and you would do them without ego. You wouldn't tell me how you'd like to do them. You wouldn't tell me that I should do things differently. You wouldn't inject yourself into the equation. You would just accept what I asked you to do, and you would do it to the best of your ability. You respect the process of cooking, and that's going to be really important to you as you carry on, because you're going to need, in here we learn a process of recovery, right? We get up every morning, we do our reading, we share our feelings with the group, we stay connected to the men that are trying to stay sober, and we work the steps to the best of our ability, right? That's the process of our recovery. So as you go out into Leduc, it's been said here tonight already, respect that process of recovery, and like stay sober, because your grandma needs you to be sober, buddy. Yeah. And get yourself into a kitchen, because that's your happy place, bud. That's where you shine, man. And thank you for coming here, man. You've helped me. You've shown me that change is possible still, you know, and you have changed. And like everybody said here tonight, you've grown into like the man you're supposed to be. So keep it up, buddy. I love you.
Love you too, man. Thank you.
I'll just say a quick couple words. Really proud of you, man. You know, when a person comes into the house and they give back as much as they take from the program, it's a really good sign. And yeah, I'm just super proud of you, and just keep doing what you're doing. You know, when you leave here, you got to keep doing the program just as you were doing while you were here. You know, meetings every day that you can possibly get out to a meeting, get a sponsor, and stay connected like everyone else said. So I just pray that you do that. I love you, brother.
Love you. I couldn't have done this without Rob and Lola's help. Yeah, I really appreciate everything that you've done for me, bro. Yeah, the minute I picked up that phone and made the phone call to Nicolette, I didn't think I would be able to do it. I had it in the back of my mind that I probably wouldn't be able to make it, and then I got a phone call that very same day. I got a phone call from a recovery place in Kelowna, but I chose instead to come to Nicolette in Powell River, because I knew that if I chose to go to a recovery center near home, it would be a lot harder to recover easily, or that it would be a lot harder to recover close to home. Then it was an easy way out. Choosing to come to Nicolette was probably the best decision I've ever made.
Rob and Lola, especially Lola. I mean, when I walked up and to Miklat doors, and she just gave me the biggest hug. And Rob, especially Rob, was like, I couldn't have done it without both of you. There's no doubt in my mind. Yeah, a warm welcoming with open arms, and the people around me, you guys, for example, yeah, Brian. Thank you so much for being there the whole time. You, my friend, being my roommate. We went through some things, including my country music on the radio at night. Yeah. I like to play country music on the radio. That was the best station that there was on that radio at night when you fall asleep. Yeah. I liked it. And JR with being monitor, being co-monitor with you or whatever it was, me being your assistant monitor.
No, it was you and me both.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Journey together was really good.
I'm glad I got to do that with you.
And Mike, just meeting you recently. It's been a good couple weeks anyways. Yeah. Cease. I mean, meeting you a couple weeks ago, you got so much literature in your head built up. You're like a walking dictionary. It's amazing though. You're like a recovery god. Udon, you're a persistent man. Just keep on doing what you gotta do, man. Get through it. Love your cooking.
Thanks, man.
You and your roast every Friday. You cook a special roast. Bread, my man. First day you got here. Wow. Did you ever keep me up with snoring on that top bunk? Walking around like a skeleton too, right? But here you are. You look 100% better. Beautiful. Beautiful to see everyone getting better, especially in this house. Sheldon. I don't even know what to say. Your jokes are amazing. You brighten my day. Thank you very much. And Dave, I'm sorry for anything that. But I love you.
Thanks, buddy.
Keep that in mind, and thank you for everything that you brought to the table for me. And yeah, thank you, Miklat, for keeping me sober.
Right on, Mikey.
All right, let's light up the cake. All right, this is symbolic of your new life in recovery. Let's begin. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mikey. Happy birthday to you. There's a couple gifts there for you. There's a jacket and a cup and a card, some gift cards. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, good on you, Mike.
Good job.